Hi again friends. In this video we're going to continue with our videos, okay? Here I'm gonna talk about present simple. And you know, we talked about present simple before, but we talked about to be verbs and very simple things about present simple. We talked about it. And now I'm gonna explain it more, okay? In present simple, you write it here first. Okay. Present simple. In present simple, first I need to just make an example for you to understand it clearly, okay? Let's see. For example, I say John is a taxi driver. John is a taxi driver. Be careful about this. Look, John is a taxi driver. Now he is at home and, for example, sleeping, okay? He is at home and sleeping. Look again. I said now he is at home and sleeping. Do you see? So now what is he doing? He's sleeping at home. He's sleeping, so he's not driving. Look. He is not driving now. He's not driving now at the moment. What is he doing? He's sleeping. So in general, look, in general, we say, in general, he is a taxi driver. He's a taxi driver in general. It's really important, friends. Be careful. Look, he is a taxi driver. So whenever you're talking about something in general, okay? Look at next page. When we're talking about something in general, or something which is always true, always, or for a long time. For a long time, or even recently. Recently true. Okay? Recently true. We use present simple. It's really important. In this type, we use present simple. Present simple. Okay? For example, I want to make an example for you here. Look, for example, we say teachers teach students. Teachers teach students. Look, this is in general. It is always true. This is the teacher's job. Teachers teach students, okay? For example, doctors take care of patients. Doctors take care of patients. For example, another example. Driver drives a car. Drivers drive a car. Look, driver drives a car. General, okay? It is always true. You can say that. For example, another example. Time goes on. Time goes on. You see? It always happens. It always happens, okay? Always, and always true. So in this case, we need to use present simple, okay? So in these situations, or in these times, in these situations, we use present simple. And it's not finished. Continue. Look. Of course, we have more than this. When to say how often you do something. Look. When we want to say, when we want to say how often we do something. How often we do something. We use present simple again. So we call it for habits or routines. Habits or routines. Okay? So, let's see. I always wake up at, for example, 7. I always wake up at 7 in the morning. 7 a.m. I always wake up at 7 a.m. She sometimes goes to cafe at night. For example, look, how often we do something. I never play video games. I never play video games. Another example, we can say, let's say, Sarah doesn't drink tea in the mornings. Sarah doesn't drink tea in the mornings. As you see, all of them are present simple. All of them are present simple. So whenever you're talking about something like habits, or when you want to say how often you do things, you should use present simple. How often you do something. How often you do something, like habits, and also routines, okay? In these cases, we use present simple. Now look at here. We're going to see how to make questions and negatives, okay? In present simple, we have subject plus simple verb. Plus blah, 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 okay? Simple verb here means there is no ing form here. No ing, okay? And no to be. We have full verb. Here we have full verb, okay? Let's say here we have main verb or full verb. Sorry for that today. Main verb, okay? Or we have full verb. Like this, okay? So, we use only full verb. Of course, we have to be as well. But we're not talking about the to be verbs here. We're just talking about the full verbs, okay? So we have main verb or full verb, okay? We have full verb here. So, of course, we have to be verbs as well. But to be is a different matter. I will explain it later, okay? So I'm talking about full verbs. So like what? Full verbs are like, for example, let me just change the color here. Full verbs are, for example, speak, write, see, you see? For example, talk. These are all full verbs, okay? And also we have to be. To be, you know that. To be are am, is, are, was, were, and blah blah blah. So I'm talking about full verbs here. This one, this one, this one, this one. Not this one, okay? Here, to be, no. Only full verbs. Look at the next page. Let's continue. Here. So, look at this example. I have money. I have money. So, here we don't have any auxiliary verb. Auxiliary is helping verb, we say, in some other languages, okay? Auxiliary means, of course, help. So, auxiliary verbs are like this. Let me write it. Auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs. First we have to be, am, is, are, was, were, and some more, of course. And then we have, has, had for perfect times, okay? And also we have modal verbs, modal auxiliary verbs. And finally, here we have do, does, did, okay? Auxiliary. We have do, does, did. So these do's, does, did are important for us. Here for present simple. These two are for present. This one is for past. All of them are auxiliary verb, okay? So here, look at this sentence again. I have money. There is no auxiliary verb. If you want to make question in English for in order to make question or negative. In order to make question or negative, we always need auxiliary verb, okay? We always need auxiliary verb. So as I said, for present time, present, we have to be, or we have do and does, you see? So we have to be or do and does. In this example, I have money. Here, to be, do, does. Look at here. Where is to be? Do we have to be? No. So we need do or does. We should add do or does, okay? Do is for I, you, we, and they. Does is for he, she, and it, okay? So look, I have money. Now imagine that you want to ask me this question, okay? You want to ask me this question. You should use, look, if you want to ask me, you will be, I will be you, sorry. Look, you have you. And now we need one auxiliary. Look, you, do. Do you have money? You see? You are asking me, do you have money? Yes, I do. Sorry. yes I do, or yes I have money, no I don't, or no I don't have money. Do you see? Short positive answer, short positive answer, short positive, and then full positive answer, short negative, and full negative answer. You got it? So here with do, you can make question. Do comes in the beginning. Okay, do comes in the beginning. And if you want to give short positive answer, yes I do, and full answer, yes I have money, you repeat the sentence. And in negative form, no I don't. I don't is do not. In previous videos, I suppose I completely explained this, yes? And here, no I don't have money, again, as you see. So it happens for all of them. If I want to make another example, look. She speaks English. If I want to make question, is there any to be? There is no to be. So when there is no to be, you need to add one auxiliary verb. And the auxiliary verb according to the time is present. Okay? Present, this is the time, the tense. So do, does. Okay? So because of she, we use does. Say, does she speak? Let me write it. Does she speak? Look at this. English. It's really important. Look here. When you have does, there is no S here. Does, no S. Be careful. Does, no S. So we say, does she speak English? Does she speak English? Then, yes, she does. Okay, or yes, she speaks English. Look, again we have S here. Again we have S because there is no does. No does. When you have does, no S. But here there is no does. Okay? Now, no, she doesn't. Okay? Or no, she doesn't speak English. You see? So this is how we make question and negatives about them. Okay? This is all about present simple. In next video, I'm gonna teach you the differences between present simple and present continuous.